North of 49, a guide to the rest of your life. This week on North of 49, we meet a retired Navy Admiral who, for the first time in over 30 years, isn't taking orders from anyone. 2 years ago, John Stufflebeem retired from a strict military lifestyle that saw him traveling the world, working for high-profile officials and risking his life in war zones. Now, John has a new objective: to be his own boss and to make the most of his retirement years. So far, the mission is on track. 56-year-old John Stufflebeem dedicated more than 30 years of his life to the U.S. Navy. It was an exciting career with some notable stops along the way. John climbed the ranks to the position of Admiral. He served as the military aide to George Bush Sr. and spent more than 4,000 hours in the air serving as a fighter pilot.
We train for war. This is what it is that we do. And I had the opportunity, mid-career and late in life, to go to war. So that part of it, I guess, filled out an exciting piece of my personality, which is very aggressive. Being a fighter pilot, you want to pick a fight. You want to have that aerial dog fight that you always saw in the movies from the old days with the white scarves kind of an environment. And you always wanted to know, what was I made of? How would I do? So I did go to war, and I found out what that was like.
As a military man, John also found out what it was like to live a regimented lifestyle governed by daily orders.
In the military, every time you're posted to a new assignment, it's called orders. Orders to where you're going to go and what you're going to do. You know who you're going to report to, you know who you're going to work with, and you have a good idea of what your responsibilities are.
When John finally left the Navy, it took him a while to adjust to his new life as a retiree.
I'd been used to 33 years of waking up, putting on a uniform, and going to an office. Most of the time that office was a flight suit in the cockpit of a jet fighter, but it was an office in an environment away from my home. So the first adjustment was I wasn't getting up and going anyplace as I first retired and transitioned out of the Navy. It seemed scary. I was giving up a regular paycheck. I was giving up a uniform that I had proudly worn for so many years. I was giving up a regiment that I was used to, challenges that I had been prepared for and would look forward to. All of that ended. And I didn't at the beginning know, well, what do I do?
One thing John did know was that he wasn't ready to sit back and relax.
Two things that I know for sure about me. I can't stop working. I have the work ethic in me, and I want to do something. I want to be challenged. I want to contribute to something. And I've got financial goals. There are things that I want to be able to do for my grandkids that my grandparents did for me. But I have a luxury in that since I had a full career, I have a pension. And that pension is a cushion. And so I'm able to rely on that as sort of the backbone of my financial support and underpinning for what it is that I want to go do. And I think now I've figured out what it is that I'm going to do. But sort of every day you wake up and there's something new, which I find actually quite exciting.
Most recently, John founded the NJS Group, a firm that specializes in crisis communication and strategic planning, a couple of things he knows a thing or two about. You might remember John's face from TV following the 9/11 terrorist attacks. He was tasked with addressing the nation as the voice of the Pentagon. In addition to his new company, John also has a few other things on the go.
I do consulting for a major defense contractor for a jet fighter. I do consulting for an IT company out of Silicon Valley that has very exciting new technology in the world of networking. I do training of a professional athlete and coaching of executives who are interviewing for jobs. I'm finding for me that I'm enjoying consulting because I have taken stock of what it was that I really enjoyed most about what I did in the military, and I'm trying to apply that in what I want to do in a private sector in a second career.
Not only has retirement opened new windows of opportunity for John, but it's also allowed him to see military life from the outside. And as John moves forward, his plan for the future is pretty simple: to work and to enjoy life for as long as he possibly can.
Okay, have a good day.
North of 49, a guide to the rest of your life.